Alright, I'm just sitting in the garage here. I was looking at the temperature in the car, and it showed like 96 degrees, and then it was going down to 95 degrees. It's like no damn wonder that, I'm not feeling good. If you're not getting good sleep, not having energy, or whatever the reason is, not eating good, you're overheating, not drinking enough, all these things, you're gonna feel like crap. So it's no wonder. Like, I gotta go do a little job, yard work and stuff for a friend down the road and get that going today. But I was doing stuff around the farm here and using a brush hog and all that jazz, and then go do that. But I wanted to sit down and take the time here, talk about, with this video, talk about, who I think I'm trying to be, different comedians out there, what I'm trying to do with this, with myself. I just want to speak my mind, talk, do mental health, public speaking, talk about that stuff. So, that's more of my serious stuff in it. And then when it comes to comedy, obviously, it's comedy. I'm going to talk about random stuff, funny stuff. I might curse a little bit, but I don't want to be like some of these other comedians, just dirty talking the whole time. I don't want to be cursing the whole time, like every other word a curse word or F-bomb. Like, I definitely don't want to be that type, that kind. I want to be able to mix it up, and depending on where I'm at, what crowd, what place or venue or a party I go to and stuff like that. I guess you just kind of look at your crowd and who you're around, and based off of that, like the energy, it feels like, you gotta go off of the people's energy, just like when you're playing music and stuff, playing on stage. So you just kind of look at where you're at, who's around, if you can curse and do things or not do it as much, I can adapt. I'm not gonna be like them, some of these that, this is how I do it, like I'm known for, Adam Geiger is known for cursing and stuff in his comedy, or doing dirty comedy. I don't want that. I don't want to be known just being funny. Random shit happening to me every day. Random stuff that I see and notice, or when stuff is happening to me, whatever. I just want to, say stuff everybody can relate to, and just funny shit. So that's what I want to do, just talk about stuff. It's just random stuff out there, man. You just run into different people. Anything happens. As soon as you get in your vehicle, your car, truck, whatever, leave the house, anything random can happen. You run into somebody, or somebody pulls in front of you, or somebody flicks you off, somebody at the grocery store, or at some store, or Walmart, and something happens, something stupid happens. There's always something to talk about. Well, every time stuff happens, guess what? I put it in the phone, add it in the phone. Oh, this is going for my comedy skit, right in there. Or anybody that, tries to do anything and talk crap and stuff like that. But, just want to take a moment, talk about some of these guys. And some, like a friend or two, they bring this up to me. So this George Carlin guy, I guess he's gone, passed away, but I found 1978, comedy shows with him talking. He was really young then. I don't know when he actually started. I need to look him up. But, it's possibly he was around 40, I think, there or something. But he talked about random stuff, everyday stuff. And up until 2008 or whenever he died. But, just talking about random stuff. So I was looking his things up, and it's, but he's like cursing all the time, cursing. He's not Christian minded. He's just cursing all the time, like talking about stuff, and some of it's funny. Like he's talking about, taking your kid to school, or like if he's at home, and being that type of parent to like micromanage your kid, your child, and, not letting them do anything, not letting them play outside, and basically saying like to play with a damn stick, like dig a damn hole with a stick and all this stuff, you know, and, you know, the stick's not doing nothing to you. And he was saying, like, you know, I've played with sticks my whole life or whatever. He's talking about, you know, when parents are sending their children or kids to a damn camp somewhere, music camp, you know, Christian camp, any camp, whatever the hell camp it is. And they're like expecting them to go there and learn and get disciplined, like okay, to go to a, you know, this and that music camp, and oh, you know, being all strict and can't do nothing basically, you know, and not letting them be free and do stuff, you know, like, so that was pretty funny. He's talking about his other skit was, he was saying, you know, when we die, talking about dead people and stuff like that, when we die, and a lot of people think, well, you know, yeah, my grandpa, my dad, my mother, my whoever person, lover person, husband, whatever, is looking down on me, looking down on us. Oh, they're looking down and smiling. Nobody's looking down on us, basically, like he was saying. Nobody is up here looking down. Oh, you know, hi everybody, or good job, you know, good job there, good job. Nobody's freaking looking down at what the hell we're doing, okay? Like the other dimension or heaven and stuff like that is like, it could be around us. It's the other side. They call it the other side. It's another place that we can't see. Everything is invisible. There are spirits and people around us that we don't even freaking see. And we need to be open-minded about this because it's real. We have evilness going on, evil spirits, all kinds of shit going on that can affect us and our life and our behavior and all this stuff, demons, all this stuff. And that can happen. Nobody is looking down on us. They're next to us, beside us, or around us, you know, invisible. They come and go. Spirits are free to move around, and that's the point. That's why we're all made of energy. You know, we're a bunch of spirits and souls in these bodies. This is skin and flesh and bone, okay? Eyeballs, hair, okay? We're in these bodies. These bodies stay here, and we go somewhere else. Our energy goes somewhere else. It feeds into something else. But they're not anywhere up high or anywhere else, or like in another place, dimension, close by, okay? If you believe pennies and pennies from heaven, you see pennies in odd spots, like they're tucked away in a corner, underneath something, underneath this and that, and a piece of wood or base trim. They're, you know, underneath the carpet. They're just in odd places, oddball places. You know, and not like anybody just put it there. It's not like I stuck it there and under a piece of wood or under the carpet. Oh, you know, maybe somebody will find this penny. Like, why the hell would somebody do that? These pennies just show up. And I've seen it. My mother's seen it. We've seen it, witnessed it. You know, whether it's my grandpa or her parents or whoever. They leave pennies for us everywhere in random spots. So if you start seeing pennies, you'll know why. Nobody put it there. You know, if they're just like laying on the countertop and stuff, that's not it. That don't count. The pennies have to be in weird spots that nobody would look and put them there. Or all of a sudden they just show up. You know, the penny wasn't there before laying there, and now it is. Okay? We don't know how it got there. So stuff like that exists. And basically what he was saying, you know, nobody's looking down on us. It's stupid stuff. And, you know, we need to get real here and be open. That's why churches are closing and nobody's listening to nothing, and pastors, because they're not being real and open. You know, they're just preaching about stuff that they don't know, and the Bible and everything, and that's fine. That's great. But they're not speaking from, if they've struggled in their life or been addicted to drugs, an alcoholic or nothing like that. They're not speaking from experience. They didn't help somebody get sober. They didn't help somebody get out of whatever, depression, or prevent suicide. They didn't do these things. They're just trying to preach and do stuff, and that's fine. But try to speak on our level, you know, a human level, and be open-minded. If we start talking about these things and energy and all this stuff, I think, you know, stuff would do better. start to open up better. Again, like these churches can open back up if they're open-minded, and they need to be like called something else, like spiritual centers and stuff instead of churches, I think, to be honest. They need to be all called spiritual centers or whatever. You go there and talk about God and everything, Christianity, but talk about energy and spirits and what the hell is going on around here, so people wake up and understand. I think that will catch people's attention. Not go there and sing and all these things, and that's why churches are closing. Nobody is interested, and they're not paying attention because they go there and feel judged, and they go there and nobody can relate. This person can't relate to me. I can't relate to them. It sucks. I can't go to a church anywhere and relate to the person that's been through the same stuff I've been through, or some girl, or done what I've done. And I never meet anybody like that. I mean, I meet people out and about like that, but never in a church. So it's like I'm the only one, and I got no one to go with. So, nobody wants to go. But I'm not going to be some perfect guy and, God first and all that. Well, yes, duh, I know that. How do you think I'm living? How do you think I'm waking up every day and functioning? How do you think I survive near death and all this shit? How do you think I do this? How do you think we are living and why we're here? Duh, we believe in God. We wouldn't be here. So what the hell? Sick of people saying, do you go to church? Do you read your Bible? Yeah. Okay. Well, do you, if you do and everything, but are you helping people? Are you out there doing stuff for people, relating to everybody? Helping a drug addict, helping an alcoholic, helping a person come to God more, a person that don't believe, agnostic, atheist people. Help them. Help these sick people. Don't help me. I'm fine. I'm good. Go help other sick people. Tell them. Don't gotta tell me. I'm fine. I'm here, living, functioning. I survived near death, taking pills. My heart rate dropped. It had a low pump for 2.5 years. A low pump. Nothing was flowing nowhere. I was a damn vegetable. Don't tell me shit. Go tell the other person that needs it, that's sick. I survived and lived. I'm here. I'm trying to do public speaking and comedy. Like, cripe's sake. So, that's annoying. That's the kind of speaker and comedian I want to be. Just say shit. Don't always gotta curse all the time. Just say stuff, what I gotta say, and get it out. But then this Sam Kinison came up. That Jim Brewer guy. I really love him. And if he's looking at my videos, hopefully I can meet you. You talk about stuff too. Say, anything that's going on out there, you talk about truth and stuff like that. That's what I want to be. I may not have the same energy, but, jumping around on stage and making faces, but, I want to be like that. Talking, saying what it like it is, and talking about stories and stuff. Storytelling, not making up jokes, making up bullshit and stuff, because I can't do that. It's about stories. It's about life and what we can relate to. But he brought up this Sam Kinison guy. So I looked him up. I seen the one video. He's on this little stage talking about world hunger. He's like, instead of sending food overseas to different places or out in the desert, send a damn U-Haul out. You want to help world hunger? Send a damn U-Haul out. They're in the desert. Bring them all back over here or something, and he's saying all this shit, so it's pretty funny. Like, he's screaming out. So, I kind of won't be like that, but I'm in that category of saying what I want to say, speaking my mind, saying shit, some cursing in there a little bit, this and that. That's what, that's what I want to be. So I'm kind of looking at, okay, where I want to fit in at. I know exactly where I want to fit in, I guess. But it's pretty funny. That was a long time ago when he did stuff in the 80s and I think in the 90s and stuff. But that was pretty funny. And then all the modern ones, Kevin Hart. There's a whole list of them that are anecdotal comedians, or they tell stories. But they all do. They all pretty much... How else are you going to do comedy if you got nothing to talk about? That is what comedy is. Talking about what's going on and saying shit in your experiences. What else are you supposed to say for comedy? Yeah, make up some jokes and stuff, but I don't make shit up. That's not funny. So people want to hear like everyday shit going on. But, you know, you got all these guys, Kevin Hart, you got, you know, there's a whole list. Dave Chappelle, if you look them up, that they're doing all this. Katt Williams is so damn funny, hilarious. And he just says stuff like it is too, like storytelling. And like it is, you know, I guess he's been in and out of the slammer, you know, jail and stuff like that. But seems like a cool dude. Just says it like it is. He's funny. He's Christian and conservative, it seems like, and stuff like that, the way he talks. And I mean, that's how I want to be. Just talk and do comedy, but Christian-minded. But, you know, the stuff he says, it's freaking hilarious. I'm not seeing anything new of him, like on any of the YouTube channels, but I'm watching like his old stuff through the 2000s and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. So the one thing that stuck out was, you know, I keep seeing stuff, you know, come up through the news feed, but he's talking about water. You know, you can't add hydrogen to oxygen and make water or whatever, because God made water. You know, we can't do it. Yeah, we can't. How the hell are we gonna make water? God made water, so we can't freaking make water. We use water for everything. Bathe, shower in it, dye in it, he said. Drink it. You make soda and pop with it. You cook with it. We can't make the water. The water's already here. So God did it, you know. But he talks about, you know, women, like pussies and stuff. So he does this sort of thing. He's like, you know, pussy is like it's opposite of a fax machine. It's like a copy machine, you know. You know, hey, fuck me and I'll make a copy of you. You know, like screw me, I'll make a copy of you and make the person look like you. So that's pretty funny. So stuff like that. I mean, I don't try to get too dirty. You know, I don't want to be known for that either, because I'm trying to do public speaking and stuff like that. But that is some funny shit like that right there. I guess whatever I'm feeling in my energy and stuff and where I'm at is I might do it. But, you know, I mean, just to get out there and, you know, gotta make everybody laugh, you know, and I can't be boring here. Gotta curse and say some shit. But that was pretty damn funny. Like, you know, women can be crazy and everything else out there. They turn things against us and do stuff. But, you know, it's pretty much true. You know, screw them and they make a copy of you. Like, they produce something and it looks like you. It looks like me, a kid. That's true. That's what happens. It's like a copy machine. And women say stuff about men too. They say all kinds of shit about us. So it just goes back and forth, bullshit, nothing but bullshit. So that's all. That's what I wanted to do in this video. Talk about all that type of stuff. And get back into this hot weather, hot mess. And do some stuff. Boy, oh boy. Fun, fun, fun. Like and subscribe and share my stuff. And look up The Awakening on Facebook, my spiritual page. Check out all my other videos. I mean, they're probably funnier than this one, but this one was sort of like a, you know, a reveal of who I want to be like and stuff like that. So, who knows? I may not get as many views on this, but we'll see. Bye.